Hi, everybody, and welcome back to ESC Extra. Eurovision is obviously going on, and we are today very, very lucky to be speaking to one of the participants today. And coming to you all the way down from down under is Montaigne from Australia. Hi, Montaigne.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm very, very much okay. It's quite early and I'm a bit caffeinated, so
No. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
all good. Okay, then. So before we start, I'm gonna start with an icebreaker, just so we can start the interview nicely. Can you name me one fun fact about yourself that not many people know about?
Oh. Uh hmm. I am a my star sign is a Leo in Sun, a Cancer in Moon, and an Aries rising.
Oh, a bit of cancer, so I think we'll get along just fine.
My dad's a Cancer as well.
Yeah. Okay, then. So on the interview, we just want to know more about you and yourself as an artist. So I'm going to start off with, let's say, a bit of your heritage, because you said on social media that your ethnic background's a mixture of Argentinian, Spanish, Filipino, and French, if I'm correct. I just wanted to
Correct.
know if you've delved in deeper into your roots and how have you done that so far?
I've mostly had conversations with my family on my mom's side and a little bit with my dad's mum. Yeah, there's a book that my mum, I don't remember what it's called, but there's like a book that one of my mum's sort of like ancestors wrote about their side of the family. Um I haven't read it. I think I will one day. Think I will one day, but it's like really sort of like it's not. I don't know any of the people in it. Like I've never met them, but I presumably like I have relatives in there or something. But my yeah, I've just had a lot of conversations with my grandparents and what their lives were like. And my mom's like her biological father died years ago of cancer, and he lived in Manila during the war and like had 9 fragments of like shell in him, and was there's a lot of like wartime trauma in my family, so I've definitely had some conversations about that. But yeah, that's kind of the extent of it.
Yeah, because I speaking specifically onto uh one of the ethnic backgrounds. I don't know if you'll notice, but I'm actually Filipino.
Yes, I did notice.
And I actually read on your article, you've touched a bit more on your Filipino side of things. I think your mom grew up in Manila and then left when she was 18, 19. And you're a big fan of Filipino food. Because I noticed, I was like, I've read about this yesterday. You love sinigang.
I
And
do.
I was just like, okay, vegan sinigang. And I keep thinking, like, I'm so used to doing that. How do you do vegan sinigang?
Well, I haven't made it heaps. I made it like one time. I think like the recipes I've looked at, I don't think they do a particularly good job of like meeting the level of like sinigang when it's got animal fat and stuff in it. Because I grew up on like pork sinigang. Like my mom, I wasn't born like vegetarian or vegan. Like I became that when I was 17, 18. So I always loved that so much. And yeah, I still don't really have the answer, but I'm sure all it is will be like finding a vegan substitute for like that fat element of things to just bring the whole like emulsify the whole thing and bring it together.
Yeah. So I was gonna say I've seen it on your Instagram. So I'm just thinking like, I wonder if Montaigne can do any more Filipino dishes, but make it vegan style. Because
It's
that
very hard.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because
like a lot of so you go.
no, sorry, because like all of the Filipino fans are like, oh my god, it's Montaigne, she's Filipina and she's on Eurovision, and they're all like, very, very excited for you. They're all asking like, when this craziness is over, do you just want to visit and perform there? Because they're all
Oh,
curious
I'd
and want to
love
meet you.
to. Yeah, I'd definitely love to. Like I still have family in the Philippines and stuff, and I like that I've not really met before, so I'd love to like definitely do a trip at some point and hopefully perform if there's an audience there. That would be really cool.
Well, let's just say that they're all looking forward to you and they're very,
Mhm.
very excited if that comes in the future.
Great.
Okay, then also moving on. I also noticed in looking a bit more about yourself that you took football seriously at one point, and I think it was like a professional thing or something. And I just wanted to ask, at what point did you have to choose between football or being a musician? And was it did you was it a difficult decision to pick one between the two?
Uh it It was so the trajectory was like I grew up always loving music and I always wanted to be a singer. I hit like year 7 and I was determined to be a singer. I was apparently telling my teachers, my math teacher sort of came up to me a few years ago after one of my gigs and was like, "Wow, Jess, you're doing it. Like you said in year 7." I was like, "Whoa, I didn't even remember." But anyway, so yeah, that was my thing. I was like, I'm going to marry a Jonas brother. I'm going to be a singer and I'm going to live in Disney Castle. And then when I turned 15, like I just this wave of realism like hit me and I just didn't think it was possible. I knew no one in the industry. I knew nothing about the industry. I didn't know how to make music. My family didn't have the money to just prop up a career. And I was also really good at football and I really loved football and I thought sort of I reached the age of 16 and my what I thought then that I wanted was to become a botanist or a zoologist to study science and also play football. So I was like, I can do those things if I try to apply for like an Ivy League college scholarship in the US. And that was kind of the plan. And my mum sort of suggested, hey, why don't we get a recording of you singing so that when we start to record your football highlights reel, we can put like that over the video so we can show them you have multiple talents. And so I was like, yeah, cool. I have a song that I've actually written originally and I'd love to record that one. And my neighbor's brother is like a bedroom producer. So we just got in with him. My mom paid him a few $100s or something. But that song came back to my parents and they were like stoked out of their minds. Like my mom was like, "Oh my god, she's amazing!" and like freaked out basically and went full on like stage mom and was like, "We have to put this all over the internet. I want more songs. We have to get you to record more songs." My parents really stuck it out financially to like get me to record more songs and like I recorded 3 more and then one of them ended up on like this national broadcaster like Unearth
Mhm.
program, which like helps launch high school acts. And I just
Yeah.
happened to become a finalist for it. And, from that moment, it started to feel like maybe music was actually a plausible career path. And I just followed that. And, here I am now.
And you've progressed quite well as an artist.
Uh
And
huh.
and I mean, I've listened to all of the songs, so I'm very, very flattered and how far you've come so far. My next question to you is about taking on music and what what keeps you going in taking on new challenges as an artist and creating music for your audience and who inspires you to create your current sound. I've actually got one of our team members at ESCXTRA. It's saying it's a great blend of Rena Sawayama, Charlie XCX, and Marina Diamondis from Marina and the Diamonds.
I
So
feel like
who would you say?
that's fairly accurate. Rina Sawayama was like the only one in that list who was like a direct reference that we made in the studio. I mean, I've been compared to Marina and the Diamonds or Marina now. Pretty much for my whole career, which I guess isn't out of place because I do love her and I have listened to her music a lot. Um, I never thought that like I've never consciously, oh, that's not true. For my first EP, I think I referenced her quite a bit. But I think like, the similarities for us is we're both women with huge ranges and voices that can go pretty deep if we want them to, and we know how to like use them to convey like humor and irony and sarcasm and stuff. But yeah, I think Maroon is probably a bit of an inspiration in terms of like, or at least, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I grew up listening to Kate Bush more than Diamandis, I guess. And so, like, for me, I think, like, who I heard and subconsciously internalized was, like, Kate Bush or, like, I don't know, Regina Spektor. But yeah, for this song in particular, it was definitely that sort of, like, late 90s, early 2000s kind of drama and pop. Like, if you listen to NSYNC or, like, Britney Spears music, they
Yeah.
love orchestra hits. They're just in the songs all the time. And I love that, like, heavy emphasis on a beat. I think it's, like, so fun and so, like, dramatic. And I think, like, that was kind of a big reference for this song in particular. Generally, artist wise, like, oh, there's just so many. I just like a lot of music. I like a lot of different things, and yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then, and just a couple of questions quickly. Just to wrap this up quickly. I also noticed on social media that you and your boyfriend, you're a bit of a gamer.
Yeah.
Just to wrap this up quickly, what's your favorite game to play? Because I also see you in Twitch sometimes where you stream gaming and stuff. So I was wondering what your favorite game is that you love to play.
My favorite game of all time, I kind of have like a top 5. It's like Horizon Zero Dawn, Hades, Kingdom Hearts 2, Final Fantasy 10, and Persona 5 probably scrapes in there. Yeah, they're my fave. I really like Japanese role-playing games mostly.
Well, hopefully we get to see you streaming more games because I think the fans seem to love you when you do. And okay, then just to wrap things up, we just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. And we really appreciate it. Is there anything you want to say to all of our viewers at ESC Extra before we go?
I just want to say thank you so much for supporting me and vote for Montaigne, please. Give a girl a chance. Gracias.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Montaigne. And thank you very much for watching, guys. And we'll see you soon.
Thanks.